Hello, Mr. Peras. How are you today?
I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm good. So, thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you today about Askia. So, we're going to start quickly. Can you tell me what do you do for a living? What kind of maybe properties you have, and what does your journey like into real estate?
Okay, good, good. I'm currently in Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real estate agent specialized in residential property.
Okay.
I'm and I'm focused on selling and buying house with first buyer mostly, and also investment people and anybody who want a residential property.
Okay, perfect. And would you say in your work, is it like easy to find tools to help customers, or is it something that is pretty much challenging right now?
I mean, the most in my opinion, the most complicating is have everything on the same software. It's the
Okay,
most complicated to have everything on the same software and being able to create easily like stats and number. I mean, what's we missing the most is having tools that make us saving time and have everything on the same time and being able to share it with the
okay,
client or the prospect on the short time.
okay. So yeah, what you mean is like it's really decentralized. You will have like information on one platform and then on another one, and then you have to
Correct.
do your calculation yourself. Is that okay?
Exactly.
And what kind of information for you is the most relevant when, for example, when you're prospecting with a client?
I mean, it's I, the task the most complicated.
Hmm.
It's create like a comparable. I don't know how to say that in English.
Yeah. Comparable, yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
comparable. And for example, if I have a client who want to sell his property, it's sometimes complicated to find the exact same property and being able to explain to him why we want to list his property at this price compared to the price of his neighborhood sold a few months ago or a year ago. It's sometimes it's complicated to make people understand that. This is the first thing on the side of the seller, and when you're on the side of the buyer, it's the complicated. Sometimes it can be complicated to justify the price the client need to pay compared to something else, compared to the market, compared to the situation. I
Okay.
mean, it would be easier to have like something than being able to have all the information centralized and easily to explain and to justify the price. And
Okay,
um,
perfect. So, and yeah, the information, yeah, I know that, like, for example, when you say on the seller side, it's gonna depend on a lot of factors. And currently, what type of like tools you're using or tricks you're doing to
um,
convince your customer?
Usually, I'm using like Centris is a platform that's
Mm-hmm.
for the public and for the real estate agent. And there is two sides. There is the Centris for anybody can go on centris.com and have all the listing property. And there is like another side. It's called Matrix. When on that you have all the stats for the property, the time they have been sold, the listing agent. You have all the detail of the document also centralized there. And
Mm-hmm.
also you have also like a GLR. GLR is a platform that's linked up to the Quebec cadastre.
Okay.
And on that you have everything related to the hypothèque. I don't know how to say that in
Yeah.
English,
The mortgage. Yeah.
the mortgage and to the mortgage, euh, le terrain aussi, tu as toutes les infos sur
The land.
the,
Yeah. Okay.
the land and what
Mm-hmm.
used to be on the land. You have all this information. You need to connect all of this to make sure the property is owned by the people who want to sell it. And
Okay.
also, I have to go on the city website to
Okay.
know what the tax property is and that. And
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So now I sent you an email. If you would like to, you can take a look at it. It's about what an idea of what we are trying to build with Askia, the platform. And
excellent.
once you're done, just let me know. We're gonna continue the interview.
Uh, I'm good. Uh, got it.
Okay, perfect. So, what are the things that stood out for you, for example, when you look at it? We can look through it together.
Yeah. So understand is a kind of dashboard with when you can have like the
Yeah,
it's more about rental property,
yeah.
right?
So, for example, this part is more for people that are real estate investors. For
Okay.
example, you know that maybe in in Canada right now, one third of the properties that are rental are owned by multifamilial people. And so that's a tool to help them maybe track their properties and see what kind of revenues they're getting, the cash flow, all the expenses, and try and track this information by themselves.
Okay. What I understand is something to track all the expense compared to the income, right?
Exactly, yeah. And then
Okay,
we're
got
gonna
it.
calculate everything to give you some forecast in the future, the cash flow that you can earn, and what you can make in the future with the type of property that you have here. So depending
Okay,
on that,
okay.
yeah.
This seems it's really clear.
Hmm.
I've been to the second page, like you have my patrimony with all your
Exactly.
personal wallet, with all okay, the property you own.
Exactly. So let's say you in this page you will be able to see all the properties you own. For example, if you have like three, four, five apartments, they're gonna be listed there. And when you click on it, you'll be able to see the performance of each and every one at that time.
Mm, okay. And maybe like that you can have like a reminder about the end of the bail or things like that.
Exactly. At the end of the bail, you can have reminder because what we're trying to do also is to connect your bank information, for example, but only on read mode. We're not gonna take any other things from your bank account. For example, whenever you have your rent that comes in or any expenses, for example, the mortgage that are related to the house is gonna be automatically added to the platform for you, so you don't have to add it manually. So if, for example, one of your tenants didn't pay the rent, you can be alerted about that and get an alert directly. Yeah.
Okay. Also, maybe
Hmm.
for the Quebec market, maybe you guys should have like
Hmm.
um, a mail that can be sent immediately
Okay.
because when you are late for one day on your to pay your rent,
Hmm.
um, it's this is a way for for the landlord to stop the bail, but you need to
Okay.
make this mistake like a few times, and maybe there can be a tools also to help owner of property to being able to have information when they have like an issue with someone that
Yeah.
don't pay the rent or have any issue with the tenant. So
Yeah. Like anything
maybe
related to the law, you mean? For example, the law
yeah,
side?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Like a law section.
Yeah, because this can be really helpful if you need to go to the TAL, Tribunal
Mm-hmm.
Administratif du Logement,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes they're asking you about all the communication, all the detail about how many times they have been late to pay,
Mm-hmm.
if they have any issue, if there is any complaint about the people who live in
Yeah.
the place from the maybe having that can be really helpful for you guys
Yeah. So for example, it's gonna like send automatically an email to the tenant saying, for
to
example,
the
hey,
tenant, and
you
when it's
didn't
been
pay
three
the
times,
rent.
maybe send it to the
Mm-hmm.
TAL directly, start the
Okay.
process, or
Okay.
maybe after 6 months, like send it to the l'huissier,
Yeah.
maybe to
Uh,
start the process. To there
okay.
is like
Okay.
a few communication you can have like
Okay.
that can be
Perfect.
necessary to protect the property.
The property owner. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. And I think maybe the tool that can help you on your side for your job is on page 8 if you go directly on page 8.
Okay, But the front page, all the page are really clear. The color
Okay,
is good. Everything
it's
seems clear.
good.
I checked. Yeah, it's
Perfect.
okay.
Good to know.
Okay, I
Okay.
understand. I'm on the
Yeah,
page 8 right now. It's how to do it so simplified in 4 step. Okay.
exactly. Yeah. So you're gonna see the yield calculation.
Okay.
Um, so for example, let's say you are planning to help one of your customer to get a property. So
Okay.
those are the different type of scenarios that you can try and put with him based on the specific property that you've targeted. So you're gonna be able to do a simulation about the characteristic of the property. Let's say if you want to do some repairs, you're gonna allocate, I don't know, maybe $10,000. It's gonna automatically adjust what kind of cash flow the customer can have in the future, the yield also of the property. You can also make simulations about the funding, the revenue, and also the acquisition fees, for example, and give all
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this to your
this
customer.
seems really, really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and the goal is to also link all these things with data that are also on the web directly. So with artificial intelligence and mix all of this so you can have like really informative data that have been pre-screened by us that will allow you to work better with your customers maybe.
Mhm. Franchement, it seems really, really, really great
Is it,
because
it mhm.
you need to have like something to compare what you are looking for versus what you are buying, and this is like this can be really helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
Did
And
you guys
when
think about something like
mhm,
if, for example, I bought some property and I knew there was like 30,000 of maintenance to do?
mhm.
How long it will take for me to be cash flow positive for the extra amount I had on this property?
Yeah, exactly. So that's part of the screen on page 8.
Okay.
When you see on yield calculation, you see when you put the amount of the repairs that you have to do, you see on the right hand corner of the screen, there is the
Okay.
results. So you have the cash flow, and as soon as you change the amount, for example, it's gonna change the cash flow depending for you, and it's gonna give you
Hmm.
different type of scenarios. And it like it's hard to show like this, but it's a
No, no, no.
page
But
that
if
yeah.
you can think about it, this is like
Hmm.
this is something really, really important because sometimes when people you told them, oh, you need to add like an extra 30,000 because
Hmm.
if you want, for example, to make a cash for keys or maybe to update a kitchen or something like that, you
Yeah,
need to know that and make the
exactly. Yeah.
number looks clear. So this is like amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And what the thing I'm thinking about, because that's what you said at the beginning of the interview, would a tool, for example, would help you that will give you an evaluation of a house, but only based on data.
Yeah.
Is it something that be useful for you, for example, to show to customers and say, for example, here is depending on the area, what kind of maybe metro line that is going to be built, the demography is it's more student an area where you find students,
Yeah,
the
exactly,
population
exactly.
is growing, some kind of stuff like this.
But yeah, for sure, this will be really helpful because we do have like many information, but we don't have anything that um, put all the information together that give
Together.
you the comparison. You need to extract the information, put them together, and have an
Hmm.
analysis. During the time you're doing that, you're wasting time first of all, and
Okay.
you lose a few of the information because it's complicated to compare everything. If, for example, I forget like one building or two house, the number at the end can change, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Perfect.
And if you are sure the app, the
Mm.
software is able to take everything that's similar to the property we are looking for it, this will be amazing.
Okay. So yeah, that's like something that will help you in that sense. I get it. Okay. And one last thing is the part, if you look at page starting 11 and 12, page
Okay,
12. So this is for example, investor that are looking to buy into an area. What we are
okay,
trying to do is to give you more information about the demographics of an area. For example, the population, the rental market tension. Is it easy to rent there? Is it something that is more difficult, for example? Uh,
yeah.
what kind of I would say people you will find in that area, and those kind of prospective tools that might help like investors
Ah,
or
yeah, yeah,
maybe real
definitely,
estate. Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, okay. And is it something that you see that would be more like simple like this, or more maybe advanced for professionals like you?
No, no, I think it can be really great to have. I mean, it's like some like for me, this is like on different topic, but this is the same thing we do have like uh
Hmm.
up to the presentation because having everything like clearly made in somewhere, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing. I mean, there is. I don't know if you guys think about it, maybe in any update, but there is like two things that can be really helpful: is the
Hmm.
retention, how
Okay.
long the people stay in this area, and also what is the police infraction you have around. This
Okay.
can be really helpful for people. And also, I think about something, but I forgot. Um, the have something linked to the city council saying, okay, they're planning to put like for maybe 1 million, 2 million in this area in the next 10 years. So maybe this is something like hypothetical, but have some perspective in the future regarding the area we are looking
Yeah.
for. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's say the kind of investment the city is planning to do. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. For
Okay.
example,
Yeah.
if you look to Montreal, like in the east part of the city, they're planning to put like maybe like 11 million to in this area
Okay.
to make things better. So if this information can pop there and saying, I don't know, maybe something like with the perspective the city's council made in this area. So
Hmm.
have this in mind, especially
In
for
mind.
like because sometimes when you want to buy something, you can buy something in an area when things are like a transitional
Yeah.
area. So
Exactly. Yeah.
maybe this can give you like a perspective. Okay, now the day we are looking at this place is something like we are not too sure about it, but
Hmm.
keep in mind in 2 3 years they want to invest money into that. So maybe we have a perspective to look at the place, at the house, at the building on a different perspective,
Okay.
knowing there is money that's coming around.
It's coming around, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and would you mind if we do that, for example, in a type of ranking of the cities? Let's say, for example, this city is ranked at this type, for example, if you want to establish in, because we
Yeah,
see this and this and this coming, or
yeah, yeah.
maybe,
Ranking can be a good thing, but also a bad thing. I
okay,
mean, you can have like a note or a color saying, okay, this is like
mm-hmm,
a green zone or this is like a red zone. This
okay,
type of ranking that are good, but sometimes if you like something that's too like this can be like I don't know how to say that like discriminatory for
yeah,
some area or some people. You need to be careful when you like trying to publish statistic about saying this is good or bad. You know what I mean? This
yeah,
can be a kind of tricky,
that's
but
really interesting what you're saying because the usage of colors is gonna be more like you said less discriminatory, for example, for an
yeah, yeah,
area
because if
like
you put
yeah,
something like saying, okay, this is like number one or number two, you're saying,
exactly.
yeah, but you're saying, okay, this is like a green area for invest. This is like orange area for investment. Maybe that will take like 5 years to be cash flow positive, or maybe like 10 years. Maybe this is like a language things, but
Mhm.
I mean, 2022, this those type of things matter,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah, and
Especially when you're trying to invest, you know, because sometimes when you
mhm.
can get your money back, it's on some place when are not too good, you know.
exactly, yeah,
But you
because
need to
you
know what
see,
perspective you have
yeah,
on those places.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need to tap in an area, for example, that no
Yeah.
one is going to yet, and
Yeah.
you're gonna make a lot of more money because you've been there like before everyone.
Definitely, definitely.
Okay,
Because
okay,
you don't need to make people afraid, but you need to make them okay, know how long this probably take
okay,
to be on their money.
okay, perfect.
And you know, there is
That,
something I would like to tell you, because especially if you talk with young investor and people like that, they need to understand, yeah, there is like some period when you, for example, you bought something and 2 years after the house can take like 15, 20, 30%. This happen. And if you are rare, especially in the last 2 years, but it is something like really rare. It's not something normal.
normal,
And
yeah,
having those color, those information can help people understand. Um, if you want to make your money grow, it takes time. You
yeah,
invest, grow, it takes time. It takes more money to get more money. You know, it's I don't know
yeah,
if I'm clear, but
yeah, exactly.
it
That's
takes time.
perfectly, yeah. And one of the thing when you that made me think of something when you said that is, we when you say it takes more time to make money, this is one of our mission is to educate customer towards this. For example, if you have your property and you see the current price, we're gonna try to give you, for example, different type of scenarios. Say if I sell my house within 5 years, depending on the provision that we have on the economic downturns or stuff like this, you'll be able to make around this amount of cash. 10 years, you're going to be able to make this amount of cash. So it's going to give you like a more broad scope about your future and not think about right now I'm making this type of money, but it's on the long run, as you said. Yeah.
okay, got it, got it.
Hmm.
This is like perfect.
Perfect. And do you see anything else maybe that we can remove, add from what I showed you for now?
I'm trying to check, but I mean everything since like since for the population, I didn't see the age. Ah, yeah, you have the age, everything,
Yeah,
student, employer, worker. Mm, maybe you guys should integrate the working score.
the working score also. Okay.
Yeah, the working
Perfect.
score is something we use a lot, especially people want to know about that. And if
Hmm.
there is something like historical things that happen to the area, you can put
Okay.
it there also. And there was
Okay.
something I saw on different topic, but on different topic than invest. But was really a great idea. But in
Hmm.
some area, maybe have ambassador that's been able to tell you invest. Okay, maybe you can have them in contact to say, okay, I bought a building like 2 streets from where we are located. Maybe I can
Hmm.
help you, give you feedback about how the market going on in my area compared to yours. Because sometimes
Okay.
people want to talk with people around, and it can be
Yeah.
reassuring them to know there is someone that's own a building for like 10 years or 5 years, and that been really
Okay.
happy or not happy. Maybe this can help. And
Yeah, and give advice. Yeah, because
yeah.
what I've tried to see also is you can see there is a tab called community,
Okay.
and
Oh,
I wanted to put exactly those kind of discussion in there because make investor meet each other with them, for example.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
definitely.
they can,
And
as
this
you said,
person will be able to promote the app, promote the area. Talk
exactly.
this is, and I mean, when you check all the app right now, there is no app with no community. If you made a app, you
Hmm.
need to have a community that's been able to talk
Exactly. Yeah.
together. This is what makes people happy about things. And
Okay. So the community, yeah, is very important. Okay. Perfect. And do you have any questions for me? Anything else or
no, so
no?
far this look amazing. This is a really
Okay.
good idea. This is like a
Okay.
necessity in the real estate. Like I mean,
Okay.
anywhere you
And
are, you need to know that. And the way you guys are talking about a way to educate people, there is so many way to educate people, like having like video, having like newsletter,
yeah.
having like conferences, make people
Okay.
around the area, being able to link together, bring them with some
Okay.
professional, like in
Yeah.
financing, in
Yeah.
investing, in contractor, anything that can help,
Okay. Perfect.
be really helpful now.
Yeah.
Like a
Okay.
Facebook group to,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
can
Yeah.
bring
So,
people together.
yeah, what I wanted to do is maybe translate the energy of a Facebook group, but into the app, let's say, so people can discuss directly
Yeah,
in there and chat with each other. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. Maybe like
And
also like inspector, like
mhm,
before you buy a house in Quebec, you need to find an inspector that can check the house and know, give
exactly.
you
Yeah.
like the bilan. I don't know how to say that in English. The bilan of the house. So
Hmm.
maybe those people can help also to tell. Maybe if you have someone that famous that made a few like inspection in this area, maybe link them together.
Okay.
That
Okay.
can be really
Perfect.
really helpful.
Really helpful. Okay.
Because
Thank you
sometimes
very much.
when I'm with a client, I need to go to see people around. So, oh, my client want to buy this house. Could you please tell me about how do you like use, how things are going on? Do you like the place?
Hmm. Exactly. And see exactly what
Yeah.
they think about the place before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. And let's say if you see a product like this in the market, is it something that you could use, and maybe how much are you willing to pay to use it per month? Let's say if it gives you all the information that you need.
I mean, everything that can make me save time and have everything
Hmm.
compiled in the same place will be great. So I will
Okay.
definitely go to that. But in terms of price range, maybe I will tell like around like depending at the end of the day, what's the how long, how many times save using that. I will say like a premium. I mean, having like two different price range, like a premium, like for $20, something like
Okay.
more a silver option, like that will be
Option.
like
Yeah.
50, a gold, a platinum, depending of
Yeah.
what information I'm using on that. But knowing the rate of renting in the area, how long they have been take to be rent, this can be really helpful. How many people will be on that? It's all the things
Exactly.
that we need to use and
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna send you an email just to to get in touch with you as soon as we're gonna develop the product. Are you willing maybe to try it yourself and
Oh yeah,
give
of
us like
course, of course, of
some
course.
feedback? Exactly. Okay, perfect.
And you know what? Talking to you about that make me like question myself about maybe what information I'm missing or which type of presentation I should get to the client
Mhm.
and also maybe one thing I would like to add, maybe if you have like a possibility to have like everything like being able to just send, because it's not every client that will be able to link and pay the amount for the application. But if you have
Exactly.
like the possibility to send them like Canva,
Yeah,
you
Canva.
can
Yeah.
have like a link that be do send, and you have like a presentation about number and essential
Hmm.
information in some area. Maybe if you have something like that, that can be great also, like a
Okay. Okay.
calculation and see because sometimes you send the client a lot of papers and you need to explain, okay, go page 6, go page 2, go page 6, but because
Hmm.
then look at this presentation, it's a 4-minute information. It will have everything you need to know about the area. And
Mm.
after you watch that, you watch the presentation, I'm here to help with all the
Your
questions and the things.
versions.
And maybe there is
Okay.
something we to develop. I don't know how, I don't know,
Uh,
but it's
I
really
know where
like,
you're coming from, like maybe like a draft of an area that the customer has targeted. So
yeah,
let's say
yeah,
you can go into it and type it in, and we'll synthesize everything for you so
exactly,
that
exactly. You
you
have
can
like
send it.
a frame about like if it's for a buyer, for a seller, for
Mhm. Okay, perfect. Okay. So thank you very much. If
My
you don't
pleasure.
have any other questions, so I'm gonna send you an email, and we keep in touch, of course. It was a pleasure, and
My
thank you
pleasure.
for all the good advices that you gave me today. It's really
Okay, no
helpful.
problem. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure. Good luck with that, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.